Hey everyone, rather Incoherent here. Welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero, and we need a repair tool. Like, I'm very confident that's the situation that we're in, and it's probably in the Kelp forest the more I think about it, because it's the only area I haven't really explored at all. It also could be lying around in this volcanic area that I'm at, but that seems more than a little bit weird to me. That you would come here and you'd be forced to explore the area next to it, then go back home to build the tool. I will explore this area, like there definitely could be some sort of tool lying around in here. But it looks a lot like there's just nothing here. It's just resources, bone sharks, volcanoes, and rock punchers. Which, don't get me wrong, is a cool area, especially considering how small it is. But I don't really have any need for that stuff. So what I'm going to do, since I'm reasonably confident there's nothing here for me, is I'm just going to grab as many resources as I can hold, which we're done with, and we're going to head straight back to base, which is one of these two. I'll see you there. Alright, so we're back at base, and the first thing we're doing is just building a shitload of batteries. We also have the material to build at least one computer chip. But I did that. I picked up the table coral, didn't I? Didn't I repeatedly stab table coral samples and grab them? That's a thing that happens. I don't understand. Where's my table coral at, you son of a bitch? That could be user error, but I feel like it's just gone for some alpha reason. So the first time I played Subnautica, I ended up doing exactly what I'm doing in this version, in this run, where I just have way too many underwater lockers, and eventually when I make my base, it's going to suck. Every fucking time. Why do I keep doing that? That's entirely on me. That's not bad UI. In original Subnautica, bad UI caused me to drop things instead of, or eat them, instead of putting them in containers. But in this case, it's actually good UI, and I'm just doing it wrong because I'm an idiot. Alright, let's grab some fish and eat. Sorry, circle of life and all that.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay, so that's everything we need. We need to go get table coral samples now, and we need to explore the ground area around us and find out where the hell the repair tool is. It's probably in the kelp. That seems like a really good bet. Because it seems like very obviously the shallow, twisty bridges is just grab traps and sea glides. And the kelp is the other area that you're clearly expected to explore. I didn't really bother looking around in it because, like, it's hard to see things on the seafloor. But, that's probably what it is. There are repair tools in here. Oh, that sounds janky enough that it might be somewhere else, like, now that I'm actually here. Also, there's sea glides here, too. Which is putting a damper on my spirits in that regard. Maybe it's in Twisty Bridges Deep. I feel like I was looking around for it and didn't see anything. I'm at the deep part of the Twisty Bridges, so I guess let's go down and find out, huh? Not quite sick enough hopsing on top of the big ice. I really don't have any idea where I'm supposed to be going to find the repair tool. Okay, so like, if I stab this... Alright, yeah, I have table coral now. I'm not quite sure what happened to the first set of table coral I had. It's possible that it ceased to exist when I saved and reloaded my game.
Passing 100 meters.
Because some weird glitchy stuff did happen.
Decreased.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought it was. So I'm just going to collect all of this table coral and all of these ribbon plants, because both of those are things that I fully expect to need. I'm going to head back to where I was, because I do want that alien tech. Not that it does anything, like it literally does nothing right now, but there's some dumb completionist part of my brain that's saying you need this. So these respawn pretty quickly, it seems. Because I just used that one. Man, that is a big boy. I do not like it. So far, nothing's been that bad in terms of the creatures we've been seeing. There's nothing where I've looked at it and been like, oh yeah, thanks, I hate it, and just immediately left. And I feel like we're going to get there. You know what it might be? I might already have the recipe. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I have the recipe and I just can't make it, huh? I needed sulfur and I have sulfur now. That's what happens.
New blueprint acquired.
Son of a bitch. Alright, yeah, that's entirely on me. Man, the twisty bridges are awesome, though. When you're moving around in them without lagging out completely, it's pretty nice. Okay, so now we can make the repair tool, finally. But we should also be able to do some other stuff. I need gold and copper wire for the computer chip, which I think are both in this box. No, only one of them is, because what is organization, right? Okay, so now I can do it. Let's see if making this computer chip does anything for me. Probably not, like it realistically shouldn't. Yeah, that's about what I thought. So I can make a stasis rifle while I swim down into that unfinished void. Honestly, I'm good without doing that. That sounds like it's a bad idea. Alright, since it's actually sunlight now, I'm going to explore this volcanic area a lot more thoroughly. I don't think there's a whole lot to explore thoroughly, to be honest. It does look very small, and don't get me wrong, it's cool. I really, really like this area. Don't like the bone shark clipping into things and rocketing through time and space. But it's just... whoa. I guess he's just falling? So these are supposed to be territorial. I think I can just beat them to death because they don't notice me. Which is, okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here. You should buff the rock puncher. At least make it hit me or something. What in the hell, game? That's a bit weak. I wanted to see his punching animation, like how much damage he dealt, but he just let me kill him and it didn't even take that long. That was really underwhelming. So the rock puncher is currently a work in progress. We only have his model in the game, basically. It looks like there's nothing around here. It's pretty much exactly what I thought it was. I'm sure I'm missing something and someone out there is very upset with how stupid I am, but it seems like it's empty to me. Oh, I wonder if I can... So I can't scan these, which... There's no way I can take a sample then, right? Yeah, no. I'm sorry? You produce heat. Alright. Yeah, that's... They're not starting to make any more sense than they used to. If anything, they make less sense than they used to. Now, do I have the recipe for the habitat builder? No, I've got to find that. Okay, I'm back. Let's actually repair it this time. The last time I was here, this was like open and there was stuff that was obviously meant to be repaired with the repair tool, right? Whatever. I'm gonna call alpha on that. That looks like how it's supposed to look when it's fixed when I'm done. So I wanted to just smash cut from me forgetting the biosample to me being back. I'm like, blah, 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 I forgot I had to backtrack. But on the way back, I was gonna drop off a beacon at the alien facility, and I found this. There wasn't very much fanfare for whatever that was. Alright, I've got no idea what I just got. It might literally be nothing. Oh, it's the rebreather! Thank God! I guess for anyone who's watching this and wants to know where it is as opposed to just generally explore, I'm directly above it right now. So I don't know, like, how to give you a proper location. Because, like, I'm 330 meters out from the cargo rocket, like, between the island and the mountain, but... Like, you can kind of see where in the ocean I am. It's in the deep, twisty bridges. I'll swim down towards it so you have an idea. But I don't know how to give you landmarks, I don't know if the life pod is static in this game. If the life pod is static, then it's not that hard. There's the life pod. But I don't know if it is.
Passing 100 meters.
So I know that the moon was really impressive in Subnautica 1. Was it this imposing? Like, it was huge, right? But were there ever views like this in the first Subnautica? Where it's just like... God, that is imposing. That is impressive as all hell. That is just really, really impressive to look at. Okay. Let's try this again. There were some delays, things went horribly wrong, it turns out I'm supposed to be way better at the game than I am. But it's fine, we're sending off the cargo rocket, we can progress the plot. I should probably not be standing next to this now that I think about it more, but oh well.
Payload inbound, Vesper.
Understood. If anything's wrong, we'll come get you.
Hey, why not take a couple days R&R up here anyway?
Why don't you take a jaunt down here? Remind yourself that life comes in colours besides white, off-white and grey.
And temperatures below 0? No thanks. But speaking of freezing to death, if you're staying on the ice, you'll need transport.
You're trusting me with a snow fox?
If I can find a version of the truth that authorizes it.
You're amazing. If you're listening, Altera, she's amazing. Promote this person.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Love you! Now what?
What am I gonna do with my ski mobile? I guess we're putting it somewhere other than this item, because this item's sort of done. There's not a whole lot to do on it. Okay, so I might want to save my game before I head out over here, because I might be swimming into whatever the equivalent of the void is. I need to know. This is so unfinished that I just want to see what it is. Actually, since the day's pretty clear right now, are we entirely boxed in by the ice? Is there like a single sea that we're allowed in because everything else is frozen? That looks like how this is going to work. Yep, bone sharks still sound pretty creepy. Let's see what's over here. What is that? Rock puncher? Yeah. They're not as big as you would think they'd be. Can you punch? Ow, yes, he can. He doesn't punch very hard, though. The damage sound effects are horrifying in this game, but then you look at your health and you realize that they haven't done anything to you. Yeah, that looks really unfinished. Oh, let's see what horrible things are down here.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Alright, so this is just going to be, like, dying in the hole that has nothing in it. So this appears to be just full and unfinished, nothing to talk about here. Whatever biome goes here is not currently in the game. Which, like, yeah, unsurprising, right? Just look at that. You're obviously not supposed to be swimming in this direction. I was not expecting to see Kelp vine here. That's because there shouldn't be Kelp vine here. Alpha. Alright, so we are in a proper Kelp vine forest now. Let's, like, pop up to the surface and figure out where we are. This one's actually way deeper than the other Kelp forest.
You lied to your master.
Oh, hi.
You told me to!
Yeah, Altera was listening. I covered our ass. And she's my sister, not my master.
You do not trust your sister.
Are you... Can you read my thoughts?
Do humans think?
Listen, I am thrilled to meet you, and I would love to help you, but you need to get out of my head.
If you will not return me, you must release me to another vessel.
Love it. How?
I am uncertain. Your brain is restricted. I will inform you when I process the data.
I'll keep Altera off our backs till then.
You were more polite when we met.
Yeah, process that.
I will try.
So, literally don't care about the lore at all there. Yes, I can feed it to him like the Stalker. Excellent. Do you care? Well, his journal entry implied that I could tame him, but he seems to have just eaten the food and left. Not a whole lot of taming going on with this one. Are you small enough for the grab trap to catch you? Second question, I guess. Yes, yes you are. The grab trap is very dumb. Not actually a use for it, though. There was something I could scan. Oh, it's a I don't care at all. Propulsion cannon, I've already got it, and it's trash. No, thank you. Oh, whoa!
30 seconds.
What biome is this that's just filled with whole fish? Because I was thinking it was like a rare animal that you only found under ice sheets in the starting biome. Maybe that area is unfinished, which would make sense with how bad that looks compared to most things. Because we're moving towards the ice sheet that's, like, clearly not done. And there are animals here, like, this is the thing that was built.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Alright, I feel like I'm going back into that, like, unfinished depths. Let's just save the game and go until we drown to confirm that it's unfinished. It sure feels that way. So this obviously has had a lot more work go into it than those caves with no textures on anything. But, this is clearly not finished. There's literally no life down here. You know, I just realized I have a very important question. Can I swim through the Titan Holefish? Is that a thing that I'm allowed to do? Yes, excellent. 10 out of 10 game. Clearly the best version of Subnautica. I do really, really like the Titan Holefish. It's probably my favorite creature in either Subnautica at this point. That sort of green light implies there's some alien tech over here, right? Oh wait, I've never scanned the penguins. Oh, ping-wing, not ping-ing. There's a W. Wait. No, hold up. It says ping-ing here. It's spelled wrong in the first thing that introduces us to them. Alright, ping-wing is a better name. I'll give it that. Oh, I'm so tilted. I've been having a hard time pronouncing their name the entire time because it's spelled wrong in the first document. It's ping-wing with a W. Which is possibly a dumber name, but at least I understand it more. Oh, these symbiotes seem to have lost their holefish. So I've opened this? Does that mean it's the one next to the cave? It must be, right? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so I kind of know where I am now. Wait, so right now I'm underneath all of the ice. This isn't actually the end of the map. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, obviously you can just go in any direction under the ice pretty much indefinitely. It's just a cave system, basically. It's super weird playing an exploration game but not being sure if the world is finished around you. Just like, I might be exploring, I might be trolling myself.
Contractor Goodall, come in.
Why are you being cute?
I have the CEO on the line.
Oh.
Goodall, this biosample you sent us, it bears no resemblance to your biometrics.
I think
At the alien facility, it spoke your name?
that's...
What is happening down there, Goodall? I would ask your colleague, only he disappeared. Silence! Where is the other one?
Here, sir.
If you mean to make Vice President manage your people.
Yes, sir.
What is this, bien qui? I said senor.
Sir, if I could just...
He's gone.
Sam, I'm sorry.
I've been stuck in middle management since I graduated.
I know. I'll try harder.
I have to go.
My sister's more worried about her job than the fact that I sent her back a biosample that it wasn't human DNA. Alright, so we've graduated. We're no longer the worst person in this story. Also, on the one hand, the voice acting for that manager was pretty rough. But on the other hand, I enjoyed the exact kind of cheesy that was. That wasn't so bad that it needs a disclaimer at the start of the game. Like, that was just, like, yeah, sure, it's fine. If that were in the final game, I wouldn't have been that upset. That didn't really progress, though. Also, does that mean I'm not getting a ski-mobile? I was looking forward to the ski-mobile. Oh, hey, there we go. There's no text for that. There's no voice for this one, but excellent. She is sending me a habitat builder. I've been wondering how that worked for a while now. Here we go. So we can finally stop using all of these underwater lockers. Excellent. I'm not really sure where I want to build my base. Because I've only seen 2 biomes, and I'm also not even sure there is more than 2 biomes. It looks like this actually might be taking me to a new area. I don't think I've ever went under this ice before. So on the one hand, this does appear to be a new area, but on the other hand, it's the same biome I've been in. It's not on the ground yet, so I can't open it. I'll just look around, see if there's stuff in any direction. So far, it's just the classics. It's just Titan holefish everywhere. I'm not gonna lie, there's so many of them, it feels like the devs agreed with me. They thought it was great and just put them everywhere.
This is Vesper calling all contractors planetside. Alterra has updated mission objectives. Please study your individual briefings. Remember, failure to deliver on objectives will result in payment deductions and/or your removal from the planet. Be safe.
So, this appears to largely be the same area I've been in. Oh, I just have it now. Alright. I thought I was gonna have to at least build it with something. Makes sense. If it was a blueprint, she could have just given me the blueprint, huh? However, I'm going to save the game because I'm probably just exploring into nothing for a while here. I want to figure out if this is actually a new biome anywhere, because it seems like it should be, but it isn't. Like, I thought the whole point was that I was going to be in a new biome, and that appears to not be the case. Like, on the one hand, I am very aware this is probably just unfinished, and it... Yeah, I take everything back. So the area I'm in felt pretty unfinished, but, let's go find somewhere to not drown real quick. I have found something. That was a little bit horrifying. Okay, let's get a bearing of where I am on the surface. Oh, you're beautiful. You're not a monster? I could barely make out what you were. What are you? Can I get a name? You're the glow whale. There were also stalkers down there. I'm happy dogs are back. So... I'm gonna call it here, actually. But never mind.
You will build me a new vessel.
How? What kind of vessel?
I have not granted you permissions for that information.
I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Which data formats do you accept?
Words, mostly?
I have added the information to your databank.
Thank you. Listen, I need something to call you.
We do not use words that way.
I used to have a pet barwol. I called him Ketchup. Don't make me name you two.
You may append my seed code to the species designation. You may call me Al-An.
I waited my whole life to meet a spacefaring alien. You're telling me your name is Alan?
Is it insufficient?
No. Alan. It's perfect. Let me see about that vessel.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay, so that's the end of the lore. I was gonna say we're gonna end it here and continue exploring. The game is just giving me a warning saying from here on out it's unfinished and broken as hell. So this is kind of the official end of the game. It appears there's at least a little bit worth doing beneath me. There's a base to build, glow whales to explore. Based on a bunch of the thumbnails I've seen, there are definitely creatures I haven't seen, because I have seen Iceworm Leviathan in all caps several times, thanks YouTube. And that's definitely something I haven't seen yet. So, there's stuff I care about doing still. I'm going to be calling this episode here. Next episode, we still have some content to do, but it's to start being a lot more broken. Anyway, this has been Rather Incoherent. I hope you had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that other shilly channel growth nonsense. I'll see you around.